Hello, this is the luckiest maths teacher in the world. Today we look at perimeter and converting units of length. So I'm going to draw up a chart to help you with converting units of length. It's also in your notes. Please feel free to copy down if you need. So we use this chart whenever we've got a question involving converting. So let's say I have 3 centimeters and I want to convert that into millimeters. I want to know how many millimeters in 3 centimeters. So what I do is I just locate centimeters on the chart, which is here, and then I follow the arrow to the one I want, which is millimeters, and I'm being told I need to times by 10. So I take the number of centimeters, which is 3, and times by 10, and I get 30 millimeters, okay? So when you're going from a larger measurement, like centimeters, to a smaller unit of measurement, like millimeters, you times because there are more of the smaller amount. So in this, you need to be able to divide and times by powers of 10. So remember, timesing by 10, you add 1 0 to a whole number, or you move the decimal spot 1 point to the right. Timesing by 100, you move the decimal point 2 spots to the right. So let's say I have 52.8 meters and I want to convert that into centimeters. So the chart above is saying to start at meters and finish at centimeters, I need to times by 100. So I take my 52.8, I move the decimal spot 1 point to the right, and I need to move it again, but I've run out of spots, so I put in a 0. And then the decimal point comes after that. So 52.8 meters is 5280, which is 5,280 centimeters. So let's say I wanted to convert from meters to kilometers. So if I have 71 meters and I want to convert to kilometers, so I start with 71 point. Now I need to divide by 1,000 to go from meters to kilometers, so I go 2 spots to the left when I divide, and then again, if I don't have any more digits, I add in a 0 so I can move it again. So 71 meters is 0.071 kilometers. So when you're going from a smaller unit like meters to a larger unit like kilometers, you divide because there are fewer of those kilometers. So sometimes you might need to go through 2 stages of this diagram. So if I want to know, let's say I have 1 meter and I want to know how many millimeters that is, I go through centimeters first. So I start here at meters, I times it by 100 to get centimeters, and then I follow the next arrow, times it by 10 to get millimeters. So 100 times 10 is 1,000. So 1 meter is 1,000 millimeters, okay? Now I'll go through some perimeter questions. So here I'm telling you we have a rectangle. Now I know you probably already know this. The perimeter of a shape, not to be confused with area, is just the distance around the outside of the shape. So you just add up all the lengths of each side. So in perimeter, basically we're adding, and area we are timesing. So make sure you don't get them mixed up. Now what makes this question just a little bit more challenging is that we have different units of measurement. One side is for kilometers, but one side is 800 meters. So to be able to calculate the perimeter, they have to be in the same unit. So sometimes you'll need to change them. It doesn't matter here whether we change meters to kilometers or kilometers to meters. Just look out for what the question says. It might say give the perimeter in meters, for example. So 4 kilometers, so using the chart from last one, is 4,000 meters. So I can now calculate the perimeter easy. So it's 4,000 plus 800. That's the length of this side plus the length of this side. So I have to include the other 2 sides. But I can just double this because I know that these 2 sides are equal in length and these 2 sides are equal in length. So that gives me 9,600 meters. That is the length around the outside of this rectangle. So now we'll try one that's a little bit hard. So let's say I want to find the perimeter around this weird, it's actually a composite shape. It's sort of like 2 rectangles that are joined together. So I need to find the lengths of each of the black lines and add them up. But some of them aren't given to me, so I don't know what this length here is or what this length here is. And if I don't know them, I can't find the perimeter. But I can figure them out. So this from here to here I know is 8 meters. So that means it is 8 meters all along here. So if it's 8 from here to here, and it's 4 meters from here to here, it must be another 4 meters from here to here, because 4 plus 4 equals 8. So what that means is that this length here has to be 4 meters. I need to know that length to find the perimeter. So let's look at the other question mark. Well, I know that from here all the way over here is 15 meters. I'm told that. But I know from here all the way up to here, by looking at the top, is 11 meters. So 11 meters from here to here, 15 meters from here to here. So 11 plus what equals 15? And of course that's also 4 meters. So what that means is that this side here is also 4 meters in length. So now, I'll get rid of some of the extra stuff. Now I know the lengths of each of the sides of this shape. So I can find the perimeter, and I find the perimeter just by adding up. Now I don't need to do any tricks in this question like the previous question, because all of the lengths are in the same unit of measurement. Sorry, I rubbed out one of the sides. It was 4 meters. So the perimeter here, I'm just going to call P for perimeter. I'm going to start at the top, and I'm going to go anti-clockwise. So 11 plus 8 plus 15 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. So if you add them up, you get 46 meters. So it is 46 meters around the outside of this shape. How easy is that? This was the luckiest maths teacher in the world. Have a great day.